Welcome to Fiona's Food for Life YouTube channel, Cook, Eat, Nourish. We've got another interview lined up for you today. Make sure you listen to the end so you get their 3 tips to how you can cook today to become healthier. Please like and comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Hope you enjoy it. Hey Aggie, how are you?
Hi Fiona, how are you? Thanks for having me.
No problem, thank you for joining me. Would you mind introducing yourself and your business to my audience?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Agnes Chvojka. Everybody calls me Aggie. And I run Aggies Food Studio. So what I do is literally I style food and photograph food, and I make food look really good in the pictures. And I also have a marketing background, so I kind of like to have an integrated service with food styling, marketing services for food businesses and brands.
Fantastic, and I know how hard it is to take a good photo, so
yes.
Good on you. Would you mind telling us a little bit about your career to date?
Yeah, so I launched my business in 2017, January. And since then, I've been working with restaurants, cafes, also worked for a well-known Irish supermarket and helped them to improve their visual appearance on social media, and have to create lovely images that tells a story about their brands and highlight the uniqueness of their services or products.
And so you were telling me earlier about a recent project that you've worked on with the book. Would you like to tell me a little bit about that?
Actually, it was in my first year
when
I launched my business. In November, we published this cookbook called A Taste of Salamanca with Salamanca Tapas Bar, and I helped them to style and photograph the images and also manage the whole project.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so, and actually we have it's a great stocking filler. So if people want to buy it as a gift, we have a charity sale at the moment. So €2.50 goes to Home Focus Ireland, and we support homeless people.
Great. And where can people buy this book?
They can buy it online or in-house at Salamanca Tapas Bar on San
So we'll put the link below.
Yes.
And you've got some beautiful photo shots here and loads of really tasty tapas dishes. So I mean, I love on a Friday night just to cook up tapas.
It's a well-known restaurant, tapas bar in Dublin, and we just want to bring Spanish cuisine or Spanish recipes to your home, and it's really easy to make, and you can make a feast at home with Spanish tapas recipes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So Aggie, you're originally from Hungary, and we're coming up to Christmas, and I'm always fascinated about different traditions in different countries. Would you like to tell me a little bit, because I have to admit I don't know much about Hungary at all?
Yeah, so it's a bit different. It's all about family, so it's similar to Ireland, that it's all about getting together with friends and family. Preparation is probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks before Christmas, and we bake a lot and have lots of traditional dishes. What is different though is that Santa Claus is Saint Nicholas, who comes on the 6th of December.
Okay.
So children have to prepare, shine up their boots, put it in the windowsill the night before, the evening before the 6th, and in the morning it's filled with either nice gifts and goodies if they are good, or cold if they are not.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And so then what happens on the 25th or the evening of the 24th? How does that work?
So our main event and main evening is Christmas Eve on the 24th. So that's when the whole day is spent with decorating the tree, cooking and baking.
So the tree doesn't actually go up until Christmas Eve on the 24th?
Yeah, that's right. So I used to spend the day with my grandparents, and when I would go home and step into the room, the Christmas tree would been already there, and Jesus brought us the tree. So yes. And
Wow, sounds
and
fantastic.
my mom would stand in the kitchen all day, preparing food and cooking and baking and finishing up everything for the next 2 days.
And what traditional food that you would eat at Christmas?
Yeah, traditional food would be a fish soup, a Hungarian fish soup, and also some families make stuffed cabbage, which is a cabbage leaf, soured leaf is filled with rice and minced beef,
Okay.
or minced pork actually in Hungary. I make it with beef here in Ireland, and it's lovely with sausages and the bacon.
Great. And how is a
Cabbages.
fish soup made? Is it similar to a chowder? Is it creamy or?
It's not creamy, so
Okay.
it's different from a chowder. We put lots of different fishes, like from the freshwater, and it has a less thick
consistency.
yes, into it, and it's based on paprika. So
Okay.
it's made with paprika instead of cream and garlic.
Great. And so they've got the boot with the presents on the 6th.
Yes.
Jesus brings the tree on the 24th in the evening, and you celebrate it then, and you visit family, I think, on the 25th. Are there any other gifts exchange or any other surprise?
So Jesus brings the present for the kids on the 24th.
Okay.
So we give gifts on the 24th. That's our main evening, Christmas Eve. And the 25th and the 26th is spent with family and friends, and we eat, of course.
Same the world over, I think.
Yes, so it's spent around the table.
Great. And you're going to show us in a moment how to decorate a beautiful table up using lots of natural decorative things that you would have around, so we'll watch that in a minute. And you'll give us lots of tips about that. But from a food perspective and enjoying and having a happy, healthy Christmas, is there any advice that you would give?
That's a good question. I would have many of them, but probably the most important thing is, or what I experienced in the last couple of years, that people started to buy lots of packed food and processed food, and even they buy the desserts in the supermarkets. So I would say just stay at home and try to prepare everything from scratch. There are really good recipes out there, and even make the desserts with the kids and prepare at home and use simple ingredients and make everything from scratch. That would be something. So more nourishing food and less packaging to buy.
And maybe get everyone involved with you to do it, to lighten the load.
It's great. I love to involve my kids, my son, and he helps me even with the little gingerbread man. And as I will mention it, that I have a little workshop. We spent an afternoon with kids and their moms, and we create or make those gingerbread mans that I will show you how I use for as a table decoration and as a gift that I give for my family and friends.
Great. Okay, well, let's go check out the table.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Well, Aggie, this looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about your tips for setting up a nice creative table like this?
Yeah, so first of all, I think as for everything, you just have to put your heart into it. And really pay attention to little details, and that will create a beautiful table when you just really care about little details and a little decoration elements, and all it needs some natural elements on the table. So I didn't buy too many stuff to create a beautiful table like this. So first of all, that's my tip number one, to put your heart into it and really take your time. Don't be under time pressure. So I like to always plan everything in advance. So what my concept will be for this Christmas. For instance, this Christmas I'm going to simplify things. and use natural elements, and natural elements will be brought on the table, and so I will buy a few things. So I will just use decorations like the gingerbread man, and little decorations like a pine cone, or a little piece of cinnamon, or pine woods or pine and leaves actually.
So you made these
yes,
gingerbread
these
yourself?
are all
Right.
handmade. I make them every year with my son and with friends. So we do a little workshop with my
Right.
friends and their kids. So we make them from scratch. And actually from last year, these are from last year, and look,
Wow.
they still look amazing and they smell good, fantastic. So I'm going to use them as an ornament or as a tree decoration. So I'm going to hang this on the tree, and we will eat. We will have the fresh ones and give it away as well.
Great.
So the tip number 2 would be to always have a nice special set for Christmas,
Okay.
like beautiful linens or tablecloths that I use only for Christmas and maybe Easter, and nice cutleries, a beautiful set of ceramics will make the table special and unique for the family and friends. So I always like to think outside the box and twist it a little bit and have a little concept. So this year it's going to be all about neutral elements and natural elements, and simplifying the decoration. Yeah.
Great. And so you have simple plates here, but then you've got the older pieces that have got a bit more character, bringing it to the table, maybe,
Yes. Yeah, so these are beautiful plates, sharing plates, and which is nice. A lovely piece of meat or turkey is lovely on this plate. And these are from vintage stores, and where people can use their grandmother's plates and cutleries and silverware, which makes it very unique and personal.
Great.
And tip number 3 is that I always like to gift something, and it's also handmade, so I don't buy things or presents. You don't have to think about big presents to give. It can be a little handmade gingerbread man that I always put on the plate, so when I have the guest over or family, they can take it with them, so it's a nice gift, a nice present for them. They can either have it or hang it on the tree. It can be a lovely homemade bonbon, or sometimes I put a card with a personal note or a little letter, or even little decorations, like natural decorations can be put on the plate, and this is just a nice gift to give.
That's a lovely idea.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit, Aggie, about this table runner. What would you suggest putting on the centre of the table?
Yeah, so sometimes so this year I'm going to just use again natural elements and just pick some pine leaves and from the near the forest, or a bit decorated with some pine cones, and also gingerbread man, also some hollies, and an inexpensive light in the center, which gives a little light and nice touch to it. So very simple, inexpensive, and it looks beautiful.
And you have some of your homemade gingerbread decorations there in the centre. Do you have a recipe on your website with those?
Yes, I have a recipe from last year, and I always use it. It's amazing, and it will stay fresh for the second year.
Yeah.
When it looks good. Obviously, you shouldn't have it, but you can use it as a decoration on the tree or on the table.
Fantastic. So we'll put the link for that in the notes below.
Yes. It's on my website, yeah.
Did I hear about another cracker, another homemade DIY decoration that you had?
Yeah, so this year what I did, I used toilet rolls with my son. He loves it. So I'm going to create some crackers. It's really simple, some muffin paper, and a little ribbon and just some stamps. Let's say put some words like joy or peace or something on the crackers, and we put a little treat inside or a little note. Like the Chinese cookies,
the fortune
cookies, yes. And I actually did a DIY advent calendar this year.
Fantastic.
From these toilet rolls. I'm going to show you and send you a picture. It looks amazing, and my son loves it and very excited about opening the first one.
Great, fantastic idea, thank you. So now maybe will you talk us briefly through doing one of the settings?
Yes, of course.
Great, Aggie, let's have a look.
Yes, so I always start with the runner.
Yeah.
So I decorated it and styled it already, that we were talking about. I have a nice candle in a special candle holder. And then I just built it up element by element and dish by dish. So I just first of all use a nice ceramic plate, and then I use matching cutleries that I arrange here, and a beautiful cloth napkin. It's also matching, all four, and has a little lovely detail that is also a little natural leaf. So my concept
Keeping your team,
is coming back and keep it in the team, yes. In the middle. So again, this is a little bit in a different way that I usually put my napkin on the table, so it gives a little uniqueness to the table, how I place this in the middle. And just special cutlery, matching cutleries, matching glasses, and a lovely water glass even.
Yeah.
Looks good on the table. And glasses.
Great, so it doesn't need to be too complicated.
No, and I always put the little gift.
The gift.
Whether it's to be a bonbon, a chocolate, handmade, or a gingerbread.
Great, I love that idea. Looks super. Thank you. Happy Christmas.
Thank you. You too, and all the lovely people out there. Happy Christmas, and I hope that you will create an amazing table.
Cool. Thank you. So Aggie, I love to ask everyone, what would they choose as their last meal?
Wow, that's a good question. Last meal, probably it would be my mom's homemade fish soup, as I mentioned, and with a homemade bread, crusty bread. So I wouldn't miss my mom's dessert, which is a specialty in Hungary. It's called bagli. And it's a rose pastry filled with lovely poppy seeds or walnut cream inside, and it looks lovely and tastes delicious. So that's a traditional Hungarian dessert. So I would definitely pick that, and I would have some wine, of course.
Definitely.
Some white wine like Chablis or Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay, fantastic. Sounds lovely. And so, if my audience are looking to get in touch with you, perhaps I know you run some great workshops when you can learn to do lots of food styling yourself, etc. How would they get in touch with you?
Yeah, so they can find me on my website, aggiesfoodstudio.com, or they can reach me through Instagram, so at Aggies Food Studio. And yes, I run workshops and private trainings for people who would like to learn more about food styling and food photography.
Fantastic, it's a great skill to have.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching today's video with Aggie. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I hope you have a happy and healthy Christmas and you get to use some of those tips to decorate your Christmas table. Please like and comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. And why not check out some of my other videos, like how to make the tomato-based chowder, not quite Aggie's fish stew, but very, very similar, or a lovely dessert, simple, healthy, tasty dessert you can make this festive season, the labneh cheesecake. Thanks for watching. See you soon.